Hi, I'm here once again with one of my great friends, Page Howe, who recently ran the Domain Conference. He is a fantastic guy, and many of you know him. So, Page, it's great to see you.
And it is great to be seen. Hello, Michael.
Hi there. Way there in Tennessee, right?
I am. Last time we did this, it was 4 in the morning for you. You were trying to act like it was the middle of the afternoon, like it was for me, because you spoke at the Domain Show. You were our cleanup hitter there on the first day, on the first morning, and then you were able to go into the lunchtime, which was kind of the first time that we've been able to do this interactive post-talk Q&A and just kind of see where it went with the audience and with everybody, and it was a neat moment. I mean, I was glad to have had you there and doing that at that time.
Yeah, I must admit, it was a incredibly surreal experience because I was up at 4 a.m. and to get to my computer, make sure all the technical things were all dealt with. And the guy helped you out, Arif, is that right?
Yeah.
Arif, he was fabulous. So he held my hand, yeah. And to be able to sit in front of my computer, here I was, and sharing sort of some on the topic, like the mentoring and everything like that, to the world. You really fly. It was an incredible experience for me as a speaker, and you'd see like a chat window, and the questions would come up while I was speaking. It was like a Q&A while I was speaking, and then you would interject with a question or something, and it was just like, wow, I've just managed to reset myself because Paige is speaking. I'm listening to him. I'm thinking, okay, I need to make sure I get everything covered off. And it was great. It was amazing.
Well, I think that the speakers and the content have, people like to poo-poo them a little bit in some of the live conferences because, I mean, if you can do $1 million deal in the hallway, go do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I felt like with the Domain Show, where we were really trying to get down to the crux and the essence of things. And without the distractions, the stuff that you were talking about in terms of the whole industry, the aggregate numbers, sales numbers, the conclusions that had to be drawn, it was like that got the main stage. You know what I mean? And it was and I thought it was worthy of it because, the things that we were talking about were worthy. And when you create that moment with a lot of other people there at the same time, I think that's when you can bring about change and innovation, is when everyone starts from that same baseline.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I must admit, at the end of my session, normally you get like 10 minutes Q&A or something like that, if you're lucky, at a conference. And in the end, we spilled over to lunchtime, and people were asking questions for like an hour. In the end, you had to shut it down. It was there was this one question after another, and it was actually really good. And at the end, I was trashed, because you just go.
I think what you're going to see in the next one, whether we haven't decided yet, the sneak peek, we're either going to replay the first one, or in the next one, you'll see more of that, even if I was able to, because of timing and things, do a recorded interview that then when it's over, we'll have the guests come in to that same room, or maybe the guests from the whole morning session, and then be able to not only have questions, but to be able to get, just imagine if besides the audience, you had other speakers that were hearing what you said. And normally you guys kind of pass in the night, and here it's like, wait, I know what he's talking about. I have a question. You know what I mean? And then we could really elevate, I think, the discussion of a lot of issues with the the quality of the attendees and the collaborators and the speakers.
I must admit, I'm a bit selfish. I'm looking forward to you releasing those videos online, because many of them, the speaking sessions, they happen at like 2 a.m. in the morning for me and that sort of stuff here. So I
Well, Michael, fortunately, your viewers can have that opportunity to buy the replay package, which they can see. There's 2 replay packages we have. What's that?
How much is the replay package?
Well, there's 2. One is $99, and you can watch everything for a whole year. But we had people that wanted something friendlier, so we did a $39 price point where you can watch everything for 30 days. So we tried to make something that, one is more, you're not sure when you're going to get to it. So you have it for the whole year and you get some extra VIP bonuses and things like that. And then we made this other one that from the moment you buy your ticket for 30 days, or I think maybe we have a date in September where we cut it off, but they can be able to see the replay, take everything at their speed. They can watch even your live session and even your Q&A. They can watch it with start and stop as opposed to having to be there for the live experience.
Can I just say that there were some phenomenal speakers there, and for $39 to get those speakers, that's like, if you're just getting the industry or even a veteran in the industry, there was so much great content, and to be able to get access to that is amazing. Every day or for 12 months, and I would highly recommend people do that. I know myself, I've been in this industry for in the internet since its inception, even before that in bulletin board systems, and I know that I will be looking at this, and I already have, because it's valuable content, and that's the key thing. So I'm going, well, I forget my $39. Seriously? What are you going to do? You probably pay more than that, some of your cable bills, and what are you getting there? Bit of entertainment. Like, go and educate yourself, get better at what you do in your industry. Of that, for $39, that's a steal.
Well, and that's in addition to the almost 900 to 1,000 people that had got a ticket with free replay. So, there's a lot of people out there that jumped in early, committed early, supported me early, and their ticket did have free replays when they bought it. But most people that watched the show were able to watch it free. We wanted it to be accessible, and we actually kept it up for a full week as opposed to the normal maybe 2 or 3 days. And we hope people benefited from it.
Yeah, I'm sure they will, and I think it's absolutely brilliant what you're doing there, and to be able to release that sort of content. So behind this, what's it like you putting on a virtual conference where you're sort of like, oh my gosh, what's coming up in the next 10 minutes?
Well, I had probably envisioned it a long time ago, and there was an effort.
You've been talking about this a long time, haven't you?
So I had almost done it 4 or 5 years, and I figured that with NamesCon normally being in January and their Europe show being in the summer, it was always so hard with the other even roundtable and traffic. It was always hard to do that summer show with kids on vacation trying to get sessions. So I thought this is a great time to do it virtually. You've had some time since the beginning of the year. People have reset. So when we planned it in November, December, it was well before we thought that we'd have the pandemic and everything. We just thought it would be a good time to update everybody, get everyone together. And that was the origins of it.
I think it was a phenomenal concept, and the timing was brilliant. And the other thing I loved about it was I began to see some of the other people you haven't caught up with for a while, because normally you'd be at a conference together. And I know it was virtual, but it was just really nice. Hey, they're still okay? Yeah.
We've got some ideas to have more interaction, speed networking, and things like that just missed the cut on this first show. But you'll see them in our next show. And I think you'll see a way where where people can get a little of that feeling, just trying to duplicate that first night welcome party, which is when you would have that feeling that you're talking about, which is not having seen people in a while. And you're not going to talk about monetization, and I'm not going to talk about selling domain names. We're just happy to see each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think trying to create that first night will be something that we try to do pretty extensively. But the show is only a product of all the speakers. And we had people that gave of themselves their thoughts like you did and what they thought. And that's really valuable. So without that, I wouldn't have had a show. And so I just want to thank again all the speakers, and thank you, Michael, for doing your talk. And then at the end of it, giving everybody a hint of your classes, which I think, just like you talked glowingly about my show, I may have to take those classes because I'm not sure I ever got a good foundation for my understanding of monetization. I just did what everyone else did. So anyway, that'll be fun to do the masterclass.
Yeah, the masterclasslessons.com is something that I'm really passionate about, and thank you for bringing it up there, Paige. But it's just giving me so much that I just wanted to give something back, and so I thought I'm going to put a whole series of videos. It's 10 videos. You can go online, go to masterclasslessons.com, and it's free. You just need to register free from that point onwards, and I plan on leaving them up there, and I'll be updating them and that sort of stuff. And for those people that make their way through the class and all that sort of stuff, plan on doing some other special things with those people, and maybe run some online events. But maybe we do something commercial. That'd be great. Yeah, and it's just like I said, this industry has been so good to me that I just want to give something back, and I think in many respects that was the essence of the Domain Show as well.
Yeah, and just imagine if a topic ever comes up. So say whatever format the Domain Show takes, virtually we don't have to mess around. We're not limited by, I need to go see that guy. I need to go on this trip to see this woman. I need to go see somebody. I get there. Well, we didn't have enough time. I've got to go catch a flight. It becomes, what's the point we need? Who's the best person in the world to answer that question?
Yeah.
Let's get the best person in the world to answer that question now. And if there's a counter argument, or if there's someone, I think in the domain space, sometimes we don't let the counter arguments in, but I want to. I want someone who's thoroughly convinced a domain doesn't mean anything to be on the Domain Show.
Yeah.
And let's have a discussion that makes us better. And we can get the best people in the world without having to get their travel schedules, maybe work out and maybe not work out. And just think how you can do that. You can get the best monetization, the best experts around the world together to go after the key things right now, today. And even if someone's watching that can contribute, if someone's watching that can contribute, have them chime in and say, wait, I've got something you guys need to know, and further the discussion live right there. So I'm excited about it. I'm pretty passionate about it.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is have a real debate.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's healthy. To me, iron sharpens iron. But I just, I want to pick you up in a couple of words you've used. The first Domain Show and the next Domain Show. You've used that a couple of times now, and I thought I'm going to hold you to that. So in other words, everyone out there, you know what? It's not just going to be the replay. We're going to be looking to Page Howe to bring us the Domain Show number 2. That's something I would just look forward to. And by the way, I'm happy to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning to be able to do another talk or something like that. Anytime for you, Paige.
Well, and we appreciate especially those in Australia, those in Europe, who the time schedule didn't really meet that well, but they stayed with us. And hopefully those are things that we can learn from on the next Domain Show. So we're going to let the other entry in the field have their chance. We may replay ours a couple weeks before. And then I think we hope to continue to bring an independence. We want to really spotlight innovation, and we want to really spotlight collaboration in our industry so that we don't just become so competitive at the investor level, at the broker level, you probably see at the monetization company level. You know what I mean? That sometimes we can be so competitive that we focus on that so much to our detriment, and it doesn't help us grow the industry. And so that's probably the biggest thing what's the culture of the Domain Show? What do I want to point to? It's that collaboration and growing the industry and growing our presence in the industry. One of my big takeaways from the show is domain names are vital to the internet. And the internet is more vital now than it's ever been. Henceforth, through the transitive property, domain names are more vital than ever before. And I think that's a big booming takeaway from the interviews I had done.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. Can I just say that I would welcome having a domain show number 2 and a 3 and a 4. And I would look forward to it. I'd feel to there in any capacity I have. And I just want to say thank you for putting it on, Paige. You did a stellar job, you and your team. And really look forward to it. If you haven't been, if you didn't go to the domain show, go to thedomainshow.com, grab on $100 package, and just watch some of those speakers, because let me tell you, they are just outstanding. They'll transform your business. Just go ahead and do it, right?
Exactly. And you'll hear Jeff Gabriel tell me, Paige, I think that's the most ignorant thing I've ever heard you say. So, exactly. It's got a little comedy and humor too. Thanks, Michael.
Of course it does. Anyway, thanks a lot for that, Paige, and look forward to seeing you again in the future. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed that video and you find them really valuable for your business and helping you make better decisions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or pass the video on to your friends. Anyway, thanks a lot for that. Have a great day. Bye.